I'm Tasman.
And I'm Justin.
And before we start, we had a lot of technical difficulties. So if you see things floating in the air or our design seems underdeveloped, it's because of a lot of technical difficulties. So we tried to solve some of the problems of the Back Bay area in Boston. And this is a picture of one of the blocks in SketchUp of the Back Bay. And the buildings, they look okay, but they don't frame the space well, and they're sort of just a jumbled mix of things. So we took a blank block and we made it into a thriving place full of innovative urban design and vibrant life.
We took inspiration from the Campo de Fiore in Rome, which is this place, because we like the way this square is framed by the buildings around it, and it's not too big, and it isn't too small either, so it makes people feel open but not isolated.
So here's a bird's eye view of our block. And we took inspiration from the Campo de Fiore, but we also added our own ideas to make it original. You can see we have two separate squares connected by a path, and we've had the squares different sizes for an asymmetric look because, as you can see, most of our buildings are pretty symmetric. Then we also have many focal points like the fountain and the big tree, which we'll talk about later.
If you're a person from this spot, you would see the big tree as a focal point, and the tree is pretty big, so it can provide shade and a place to relax for people walking by. And the trees on the trees there make it feel more enclosed, but not too trapped. And also the edges of the building are very symmetrical from this angle.
So this is an outside view from the outside of our block, and this building here in real life would be a church. And as you can see, this is sort of a little entry here, and it sort of creates a feeling of mystery as you walk through, which is one of the key aspects of designing an urban city. And the buildings, they all look quite simple from this point and very symmetrical, and if you can see the line of sight from here is very straight and clear. There's nothing blocking it, which creates a good view for this focal point.
So as you can see, that building's standing out from the other ones, and we made it interesting because we wanted it to stand out from all the other ones because they look very uniform and a little dull and plain. And also the trees and those little nooks on the side, they make it a nice and relaxing place. So then people can relax under the shade and have some privacy. And they're also not completely cut off from the square, but still a little more exclusive.
So this is a view from our second square looking ahead if you were a person. As you can see, we have our main focal point is the fountain, but just behind the fountain, you can see the tree, which we made it larger to create an original idea. And the buildings on either side sort of frame the fountain, making it more important. And in this area, during the day, we were thinking there could be farmers markets and stuff like that. And at night, the restaurants could spill out onto the lawns, so people could enjoy having meals outside. And these buildings here, like I said again, they form a square sort of shape, which helps frame the fountain.
The little bushes on this from this view, you can see that the bushes on the side, they frame the path, and the trees. The bushes create an enclosed feeling, but again, not trapped. And as you can see, the building in front, which is supposed to be a church, but yeah, that's the focal point, and you kind of have a straight view out of the building to another block.
Okay, so here's a close-up of one of the little mini squares formed by our L-shaped buildings. And we would have benches here, but due to technical difficulties, there are not any, so just imagine them. And if you looked across from this mini square, you would see the other mini square creating like a symmetrical look and a very straight line of sight. And we've added like trees and people and tables and stuff just so that like this is a sort of space for people to relax and hang out.
Here, this is a bird's eye view, and about the buildings, they have, most of them have straight edges. So then, like these few, you make them like kind of like a half hexagon shape. So then the edges seem less sharp and harsh, giving it like a friendlier tone. And all the green spaces here are grass because we want, I don't know, it just makes it seem more lively and adds color to our design.
And
Here's a little bit.